I'm joined by Dave and Pascal, the electro DJ duo from Cape Town. Welcome to the studio.
What's up?
Thank you for having us.
Good to be here.
Cool. You guys just released an album called One Night Only.
Yes, we did.
That's correct.
You got good sources.
Yeah, I know. I have the most exclusive sources. What was it like releasing your second album?
It was quite a process. It was really cool. It was slightly different. Obviously, we'd done our debut album, Passport, in 2011, and that for us was completely like walking into the darkness. We had no idea what to expect, how the process worked. So this time around, we had we at least kind of knew what was expected of us, like what was going to happen. But I mean, still, it's always you can never really compare two things to be the same, like especially with like artwork and stuff. You know, it was a very interesting experience. I mean, for us, we got to compile about a year's worth of what we'd been doing into a project, which was really cool. Now we're just excited to see what people think.
Yeah, I agree. It was a very exciting project to work on.
Awesome. And you guys have worked with some big names, Steve Aoki, Art Matthews. What's it like doing these collaborations?
Well, like, to be honest, it's humbling. Obviously, getting to work with international artists is very, very important for South African collaborations. But again, it's just one of those weird feelings, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you're doing these things that as a kid you were dreaming about, and it's happening now. So it's almost like pinch me moments, you know, which is really cool. But I mean, the last couple of months have been incredible. Like, the caliber of people that we're working with have been amazing. And it's all thanks to our record label.
Is Steve Aoki really funny?
I think his mom calls him Steven.
Yeah, we've discussed this many times. $20, his mother calls him Steven when she's angry. I definitely reckon. Steven! Oh!
I'm so sorry.
We didn't actually get to chat to Steve Aoki that much. We played a gig with him last December. We played after him in Joburg and before him in Cape Town.
Yeah.
We got to speak to him briefly. He seemed like a really cool guy, as you would expect.
What's this guy's name again?
That's Jake.
Jake.
Jake the Snake.
Is chilling there.
Yucky.
He's trying to get out of here.
Don't let him escape. Hold him tight. Yeah. So Steve Aoki, his mom probably calls him Steven, and
We reckon, yeah.
Okay.
We could be wrong, but
No, it's definitely Steven.
yeah. Steven, we reckon.
And do you feel pressure when you're collaborating with these international artists, or is it just the same as playing a regular set?
I honestly feel it's more of like a challenge, and it kind of gauges us where we are. I've been very fortunate enough to travel the world and kind of see where the scenes are in different places, and whenever we see an international artist or get to play with them, it's kind of inspiring and at the same time challenging. So we really love that challenge. But at the same time, it's just really cool to see all these artists come to South Africa, you know. It's nice.
Two things you mentioned there, traveling and challenges. You guys travel a lot. What's your number one party spot?
In South Africa?
No,
Yeah.
in the whole world.
I think you'd be silly to not say Ibiza to that.
Yeah, that's definitely the top five.
It's kind of a given, I think.
But I mean, from what I've heard, Miami is amazing. Germany's obviously got a really good scene. Holland's got a really good scene.
Amsterdam's very
cool. Obviously, the whole Mediterranean during June, July is amazing. But you can't really put your place as one favorite, because I mean, everything changes every year. But again, what Dave was saying, Ibiza is amazing because the production that goes into the ideas and the nights are just amazing. You just kind of get blown away. It's almost as if you're going to a theatrical performance, but it's specifically for house music. So it's incredible.
That's cool, man. Yeah. You talked about the challenges. What were some of the challenges you faced releasing this latest album, One Night Only?
Lots of sleep. No, like we've been doing a lot of shows recently, so kind of trying to juggle that between making sure the art comes off, you know, at least 95% as well as we wanted to. But you know, I reckon the challenges are mostly coming down to, you know, what we want to express. If it comes out too hard or too soft or too, you know, grimy or too fluffy, then it kind of takes away the integrity of where we really want to be. So I think those are our main challenges. Other than that, we just have so much fun. So
it seems like the best job on earth, really.
Some say.
Yeah.
It really isn't a job.
I would
it's
like
more
to
a lifestyle.
I'd like to be a professional tester for EA games. I mean, we're talking about ideal jobs right now. Let's not get carried away for 1 second. But yeah, no, it's great. It's less a job and more a job, I
More a
guess.
lifestyle.
Yeah, but it's really fun.
It's a way of living, really.
They say you'll never work a day if you love what you do.
It's true.
They've never made an album.
And who's they, really?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, those people. Where did tell me about your musical background. How did you get into music? Was it always DJing for you guys?
We both come from very different backgrounds. Pascal's been DJing for what, like 15 years now? Like
Somewhere around there.
ages. Like his parents have always been into like electronic music, and he's just always had that around
Your
him.
parents
and
are into electronic music. That's pretty rad.
stuff. He's got gangster parents.
Yeah.
That's why it's cool like that. Yeah, I grew up like listening to like punk and rock and stuff. I was in a lot of bands. I studied music after school. I've been producing for a while, and then when I moved to Cape Town, mutual friends of ours kind of clicked that, you know, he was DJing, I was making music.
Yeah.
Two worlds.
And then the magic happened.
Yeah, so I think I went to go watch one of Pasky's sets, and then the next week he came onto my place. We were working on a song, and we finished it up, and that was that. That was what, 2007?
7, yeah.
6 years later.
Here we are.
Here we are.
With Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake with his
But I say,
sunnies,
like, this
a
guy's so
gangster.
chilled now.
Yeah. He just had to get used to you. And you have a tour coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got lots of cool things happening in the summer. Pretty much, we've almost got like 30 gigs.
No, I think it's like 24 gigs. in
You guys are
December.
playing like a show every night for almost a month, or almost every night.
Yeah.
For
But
a
that's what the international guys do. So like people here, they're like, oh my goodness, how do you guys do it? And then you think about like someone like Skrillex, who's been doing like 300 shows a year for the last like 3 years.
It's insane.
So then you're like, well, when you look at SA terms, we only do like maybe 150.
Okay.
So it's like, we actually need to step it up. And seriously, it takes a lot of effort to step it up.
Do you sleep?
Sometimes, yes, we do.
I don't want to say yes to that.
It's all about finding the right time to sleep. Like, I mean,
When is the right time to sleep?
on an airplane. And it's like
Maybe keep that in mind.
if people say like, what skills have you learned from like, you know, your journey and like what you do and stuff, I say sleeping on an airplane.
And packing bags. We
And
can pack
packing
bags
bags.
so well. It's ridiculous.
Cool. How can people check you online?
They can check out our website, www.pascalandpearce.com, facebook.com/Pascal and Pearce, twitter.com/Pascal and Pearce, soundcloud.com/Pascal and Pearce, and it's all A&D, no ampersand.
And remind us about your album.
One Night Only, it's just been released about a few weeks ago.
It's in all good music stores
It's in
and
all
on
good music
iTunes.
stores.
Download and local support music.
There's a limited edition 1,000 copy version with a double disc available in Musica while stocks last.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
Thank you so much
And
for having
good luck
us.
on your tour.
Thank you. Have a good summer.